Hey everybody, welcome to the Mom Pod. I'm Brooke,
Sam?
and I think we decided we were going to go into some milestones in this podcast today. But before we dive into all that, let's just kind of talk about our days, catch up a little bit. How have you been today? How's your week been?
Just today, I had a huge training that could have been an email or a PowerPoint,
Oh, that's the worst.
and it's 98 degrees, and our building lost the AC.
Of course it did.
And I'm
Of course
pregnant,
it did.
and I already
Yeah,
have hot flashes.
because of that. Oh my
And I
God.
was like telling Brad too, they opened the window and you felt a little relief. Like that's how hot it was. I
That's
was
actually
like,
ridiculous.
I chose to wear gray. So of course I'm
Oh,
like
of course.
sweating through my shirt. My hair was perfectly straight today. It is no longer straight because it was so sweaty. I had a clip that I put up. It felt like I came out of the shower. Like it was insane. Everyone smelled.
I
So
bet.
by getting like what am I trying to say? The smell was making me want to get sick.
Oh
I'm trying to say it in a nicer
no.
way. And I left every like 20
Oh,
minutes. But I will say, at least I picked a nice woman as my instructor because when I was pregnant
okay.
with Maddie for, was it a reading training? Yeah, it was CKLA. It's our new reading curriculum. And I had to keep going to the bathroom. And or no, it was a man. That's right. The assistant was a woman. There was a guy, and he stopped the lesson and asked me why I kept leaving in
Bro.
front of like 30 people. I turned red,
Okay.
but I was also pregnant. So this one, I'm like, I don't have time for your crap. So I
Honestly.
told him, I pointed my stomach. I was like, this is why I'm leaving. I have a baby pushing against my bladder. I can either go
Yeah.
to the bathroom or I can pee in here. And then
Oh my God.
he went just like that. Like,
Okay.
you're
Get out.
single. You're single.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Or
but
he
yeah,
just
that was
doesn't care. I mean, there are plenty of men who have gone through it with their wives and they just don't
right.
care.
So I don't want to talk about it, get out. But
Yeah.
when we got home, because I had a long drive, when I finally got home, we're packing to move to take care and be with my mom. And so right away, that's what we were doing.
Yeah, you
I
just
just
come
was
home
like,
from like, how long was that train? Did you say it was like 9 hours?
with the drive, yeah.
Okay.
So 9.5. It was a good long training.
Yeah, because
It's
you
because
had
it
like
was
2 hour drive home.
8 to 3:30. And then the long drive on the
Oh my
way and on the way
God.
back with traffic. But
Jeez.
it
Hmm.
could always be worse. It could always
Yeah,
be worse.
well,
Something could have
I
happened.
mean,
You know what I
that's
mean?
true.
Everything people deal with every day. This was an easy
Yeah,
day compared to others. But the no
that's true.
AC was awful. We should have been told to go
Yeah.
home. Literally, right when we were getting ready to leave, the county sent out an email that was like, make sure you take care of yourself. If you have any medical conditions, if you need any time to get out because it's too hot, that's fine. I was like,
Okay.
oh, really?
Yeah, we love it when they send those emails like right at the end of the day. Like,
Yeah,
cool. Thanks so much for the help.
yeah. But coming home and Maddie was like banging on the door, like so excited to see me because I've been
Aw.
home for the last month. So she was
Yeah,
thrown off by me not being there for so long.
right.
And because I've been trying to do everything I can to have more Maddie time before I go back to work.
Yeah.
But that was really cute. So that made me feel a lot better. And then we went into cleaning and she was doing her own version,
Oh
which
my
worked.
gosh. Well,
But
Haley
I'm
has like a
like
toy vacuum cleaner
cramping.
that does nothing and
That's
she
so
just loves to
cute.
push it around upside down. I'm like, well, even if you were trying to actually help, you wouldn't be helping because it's upside down, but we'll get there.
Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah. That's cute though.
Yeah,
But
she
yeah,
loves
now
the
I'm
like
like, whew,
handheld vacuum too, like the real handheld vacuum.
that's Maddie
She
does too.
loves that. And my mom has to take it away from her because she gets so excited about it and then she just like won't stop pressing it and then getting mad because it turns off.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm the opposite. I get mad when I have to turn it on.
Yeah, well, I feel that also. Ugh, see, I had quite the opposite day that and I apologize.
That's okay. To each their own. I'm happy you had a good day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going on a trip tomorrow,
Woo.
so I am gonna be gone from Haley for 5 days, Thursday to
Mhm.
Monday, and I'm really sad about it. So I took today off so that I could spend it with her and just have mommy-daughter day,
Good.
and, most of it I just spent watching her run around the living room, and
As
I
we do.
she cuddled with me for, like, a total of an hour in sporadic points of the
Oh,
day. And she did not help me do laundry by pulling all of the clean clothes out of the basket as I was trying to fold
yep.
them. So I'm
Yep.
like, we have to learn that
Yeah.
we're not doing that. So I'm like putting them back in the basket as she's going. I'm like, I have
And
nowhere
then
else to do this.
it turns into a game though when you do that. Oh, you're gonna put it in. I'm gonna take it back
Exactly.
out. Then you turn it back in.
Yeah. Yeah. So we just did that, and I turned Aladdin on for her, but she had more interest in playing with her toys, which was fine by me. And
Mhm.
we just hung out all day. It was really nice. I didn't even step foot outside until I had to go to my car to get the charger for my laptop. And I walked
Mm.
outside and I was like, what? Just like shriveled up the second I walked outside. It was so hot. I've been
It's
in the AC all day.
disgusting.
And I even walked out at 8 o'clock at night, so
Mhm.
it's already cooler than it was today,
Oh
and
yeah.
I thought I was gonna melt into a puddle because it was so hot when I opened that door, so that was a little bit of a shock, but then I just packed and got my rest of my stuff packed up for even hotter weather because 'cause I'm going to Arizona.
Yeah, that's your
So,
fault.
it's gonna be over 100 degrees. At least everyone keeps saying, "It's a dry heat, at least." I'm like, "Yeah, it's still a heat, though." It's still
It's
gonna be
true.
really hot. And that's fine, though. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We got a lot of really good things planned, so I am excited, but I'm really sad. I cried my eyes out when I put Haley to bed tonight, so there's that.
Yeah. But I feel like you're also gonna get some time to yourself, which is necessary.
It
You'll get
is.
lots of pictures, you're gonna get updates. It'll go by really
Yeah.
fast, and then it makes getting back together with her even sweeter.
Yeah, I am excited to not have to be concerned about her well-being, um, and knowing that I kinda get to relax and hang out with my friends, um, but I just my heart aches so bad, like, I'm gonna miss her so much, and I'm also gonna be 3 hours behind
Oh my God,
them.
that's right.
Yeah, so, um yeah, so I'm like I told Eric, I said, "When do not call me when you wake up with her. I will call you when I wake up because she wakes up between 6 and 7 in the morning, and I don't need you calling me at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning."
Right.
Um, so I had to tell, like, both him and my mom, "Don't call me in the morning, I will call you." And then told Eric, I was like, "But when you put her to bed, call me so that I can FaceTime
Yeah.
with her, before bed. You can do that. That'll be like 3 or 4 it'll be 4 o'clock like, where I'm at, so it'll be fine, but yeah, I'm not
It'll be fine.
it'll be fine." I already warned Aisa, she's picking me up tomorrow morning. I was like, "Just a heads up, I'm going to be crying, and you are probably going to have to drag me physically out of the house in the
Mm.
morning. So just," I was like, "You should probably get there like 10 minutes before you actually want to be there so that you can prepare to physically remove me from the house." So it's,
Yeah, I get it.
I'm
I
sure
get it.
lots of
You and I are
moms
very
listening
emotional
understand.
too. Some moms
Yeah.
are like ready to go. Like they're like
Yeah.
ready for not having to worry, which I feel like I would still worry 24/7, but
Well,
you're not
I
like
mean,
standing over, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to figure out how to
yeah.
describe that,
No,
but
I know exactly what you're saying. I'm not concerned at all about her. I know that she's gonna be
Mhm,
just fine. I'm not leaving her with any strangers, and
mhm,
um, I know my husband is perfectly capable, as is my mom, who has her every day. So I'm not.
mhm.
I'm grateful that I don't have to be worried on that front. Not worried about her at all. I'm just like told everybody in the group, you're gonna have to keep plying me with alcohol most likely because I'm going to be very sad and I don't want to be sad. That's like we're going on a bachelorette trip. I want to have fun and I know that I will because every time I've left before for overnights, I've been fine. Like the
Mhm.
leaving is hard, but then once I get there and usually like I've been fine the last few times because I get distracted and then again, I know she's okay. I know who she's with and I know she's fine. So that all really helps a lot. But I don't know. I think it's just the gravity of how long this trip is. It's
Mhm.
Thursday to Monday, so it's just it's a lot of days to go without seeing her and being able to
Yeah.
like give her a little kiss or hug or smell her. So, you know, just soaked in my last uh nighttime with her and cried my eyes out. And then I played my game for a little bit to just black everything out of my mind and now we're here. So,
You're a Hogwarts game.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
played that thing like 6 times.
I have played that thing about 12 times. I'm not exaggerating. Like all the way through. I have
Uh-huh.
started
Same.
new PlayStation accounts so that I could have new games and not have to delete any of the other games.
Yeah.
I have
Wait, what are you
deleted
playing
some
on?
PlayStation 5.
Oh, okay. I do it on my
Yeah.
computer because I can do the new mods and stuff.
Yeah. What are the
It's fun.
new mods?
A bunch of people create them and put them on. Like you can actually like people that are really I don't know how they do it. I have
Mhm.
no patience for it.
Is it like new
But like
stories and stuff or like
yeah, there's like new stories that people create, battle arenas.
that's pretty cool.
You can change. I don't do like the people like that want to change the way they look if they want it to look more realistic. One
Mhm.
person put a whole thing for oh God, what is it? Within Gringotts, you can actually go in and do your own thing. And then another
Oh,
one did Diagon Alley and like go in and actually see everything. Like it's really cool.
that's really cool.
The Yule Ball. I mean, like there's all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I don't
You have
I
to do it
mean,
on the
Eric
PC though.
yeah, Eric has a PC. I don't know though, because like I purchased it for PlayStation 5 though. I don't think it would transfer if I because you have to like he
Mm-mm,
can log into his PSN there. Like you can log into your PlayStation Network on the PC, but I just don't think that the game will
I don't think so.
compute with each other. I'd have to look into that, but
Yeah.
I don't think you would have access to it. I think you'd have to purchase it separately, but something to look
Yeah.
into. I'm definitely excited for the new game though to come
I
out.
know. Sorry.
So
Sidetrack, Mom Pod.
I know. I mean, listen, that's what life is, right? Uh, so okay, let's dig into it. We said we wanted to talk about milestones,
13
and
minutes in.
yeah, listen, I love it. We got to be able to talk about our lives. That's the whole point of
It's
this.
true. It's
It's what
true.
I wanted the whole thing to be about in the beginning anyway, just talking about life. Um okay, so let's see. Let's go back into our milestones. You know,
Oh.
there's so many and I mean, birth is obviously like the first one, the first cry is so
Mhm.
emotional and I just remember being so like scared because she wasn't crying. And then I also
Mhm.
had a C-section, so then like I can't see her. All I can hear is that okay, she's out, baby's out, and I'm like, okay, well, why isn't she crying? Why isn't she crying? Why isn't she like? And I just keep saying it. I'm looking at Eric. I'm like, why isn't she crying? Was she okay? And then they're like, it's okay, just give it a second. She's all right. And then I heard it, and I was just like, like, okay, I'm better now. Give me the drugs. I'm good. Like,
Yeah, I remember like because all movies you hear the cry like right away,
like
but
immediately,
they're
and it's
like
not
it's
how it
really
is.
not a big deal if it's not right away. It's more of them just making sure it's a specific color and they're breathing,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
if they do make a sound, that's great. But I know like for a friend of mine, their baby was silent until they got their shot, but they were
Wow.
fine. Like so,
Yeah.
I was like, everybody's different. Maddie
Yeah.
cried for a little bit, and then the second she was on my chest, which was right after, um, she was quiet. She was
Yeah.
quiet even during her shots. She was quiet when they were trying to clean and wrap her up, quiet during everything. It wasn't until we were moving into a new room was when she started to cry.
Yeah.
But she was
Haley
just quiet.
yeah, Haley cried just for, like, I feel like very briefly, and then
I'm
was just a quiet little nugget, but you just that first one is like, "Okay, I can breathe now, I did it.
Well,
She's
mine is
here."
the second I heard, I went, "Oh, this is really happening."
Oh, yeah, that was the very first "Oh, shit" moment.
Oh god, that and when everyone leaves.
Yeah,
It's like, "Are you sure
yeah.
you wanna leave this with me?
"Oh,
This is
shit,
mine?
are you
You
sure
trust
I'm
me?"
charging? You sure?" "Yeah, well, you built it,
You
you
you didn't
baked
ask
it,
me
and you
any
printed it, so."
questions, you just threw it at me and
Yeah.
hope I read a book or something about this or
Yeah. And then, like, going from there, I feel like there's a lot of little milestones, but just, like but the big ones, like the laugh and the rolling and the
Mhm,
crawling and all of that. I know we kind of touched on it a little bit in the last episode when we talked about how we were sad about the idea of possibly missing some of those.
mhm.
Um, I had a camera on Haley, like, all the time, like 24/7, because I just wanted to capture it and be able to, like, look back on it and send it to family and I remember when she did, like, a rollover for the first time from her stomach to her back,
Mhm.
and I thought that I was going crazy for a second because she just did it, and she was only, like, 3 months old, I guess, or maybe younger than that, I don't even remember, but I just remember it was, like, earlier than she would have, I guess, been
Nice.
expected to, and I was like, "Oh my god, did you just do that?" And then I set her up to do it again, and she did it, and I was like, "Oh my god, Eric, she just rolled over." And he was like, "What?" Like,
Aw.
and he was like, "Well, she's using the weight of her head." I'm like, "Don't you take it away, she did it,
R
okay?
right. It counts. They did it,
She
it
did it."
counts.
And she did it again, and she did it she kept going.
Aw. Yeah, that's
Feel
what's
like
crazy
that's
too, is they do it once and then it's all the time. Like, that's what
oh,
blows
yeah.
my mind.
Yeah.
With Maddie, because Maddie she grew and she grew and she grew and she was really big.
She was a big
Um,
girl.
she's very tall
She
and
wasn't
she
even
had to
chunky,
catch
she
up.
was just a big kid.
She was 90th percentile for like not long after. I mean, because remember I
Yeah.
said she was really tiny and then it just
Yeah.
expanded and they kept watching her because they were making sure everything was okay, but that's normal.
Yeah.
Um, but they were like, she might be a little behind, but remember the behind isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's
Right.
a whole spectrum of like you can read in all these books and they'll say that has to be between this month and this month. If it's
Yeah,
not, there's a
no.
problem. And that's not true at
No.
all.
No,
Maddie, for
everybody
example,
develops on their
we'll talk
own.
about speaking later, but she was late, but
Yeah, I remember that.
She's
Yeah.
thriving. So like something for all moms to remember is it's okay. It's okay. If
Absolutely.
there's a problem, they will tell you that it is a problem or
Right.
give you
Yeah.
strategies or things which
Yeah.
we figure out as we go. But
Mhm.
with her being so big, she was later than at least what I expected.
Yeah.
But I still remember this. Brad was playing video games. I was sitting on the floor with her. She wasn't turning or trying to roll over with a lot. She was more like obsessed with faces. So I was
Mhm.
like, "Oh my God, wait, there's a little baby on the Pampers box." So I put the Pampers box on one side and then the white box on the other. And she grabbed her little toes and then looked at the baby and then like turned her whole body
Aw.
and was rocking to one side and then she like forced herself to go to the other. And then she was
Wow.
going back and
Back and
forth from
forth.
doing nothing just because of
Yeah.
those little cute little baby butts.
That's
On
so cute. I
the
love that
Pampers
so
box.
much. I
Like,
love
she
that.
didn't give two craps about anything else other than, like, her tummy time nap, but that wasn't
Yeah.
helping her with, the rolling back and forth. But
Yeah.
that was the only it was
Listen, if it
hilarious.
works, that's you gotta go with what works, and I know, like,
It's just funny because
whenever
you spend so much money on all the other things, and then it's the frickin'
honestly
box.
honestly, she loves boxes and things,
Mhm.
and but no, like,
Still
I
does.
remember going into all of her checkup appointments, and the doctor would be like, right around those milestones, be like, "Oh, is she doing this yet? Is she doing whatever?" And I would be like, "Oh, no," but, she's kind of showing, like, she wants to, and they're like, "As long as she's showing interest in wanting
Mhm.
to do that, it's fine." Like, that's definitely something that is important for all moms to remember, like, it's
Mhm.
just because they're not doing it by X like stage or whatever, as long as they're showing a little bit of interest in it, the doctors aren't going to be super concerned. And even if they're not, as long as they're developmentally like, there's other ways to tell that they're perfectly fine. It's
Mhm.
not, you know what I mean? So it is, but it is so scary going into milestones. Like, you are constantly thinking about, like, okay, I want to make sure they're doing this by this time, by this whatever. But the
Right.
doctors usually, at least our doctor is great, and she was always very
Mhm.
reassuring. Like, okay, just keep like not pushing her, but keep enticing her and trying to get her to do whatever. And as long as she's doing it by the time she's one or whatever, she'll be
Right.
fine. Basically,
Right.
stuff like that. Um, so yeah, that is a big good point to bring up there.
Mhm.
Um, yeah,
Sex
then
crawling.
yeah, crawling. Oh
Oh,
God.
that's when I knew the world was ending because she could really move around. That's when the baby gates, that's when you're like, okay, she can grab this, she can grab
Yeah.
this. I have to move this, I need to move.
hmm
That's when the world was like
She,
slam dunk.
yeah, and she had no interest in really moving at all. Um, and then it was right around Christmas, at family Christmas, she started trying to crawl, and she got
Hmm.
like two scoots, I guess, and it was really exciting. Like, at family Christmas, everybody was watching, and she went like 2 inches or whatever, and I thought that was
Oh.
really cool. And then Christmas, it was the day after Christmas, she was in her playpen, and she just crawled across it to the other side,
Oh.
and I was like, all right, we've got a crawler. And I was so excited because I got to witness her like really actually do it for the
Yeah.
first time. And then literally the next day, she was pulling herself to standing.
It's so fast because they
Excuse
realize what
me.
they're capable of. It's
I
crazy.
was shocked. I said, "Excuse me, ma'am. You just started crawling yesterday. Like, what are we doing here?" And it was crazy because we had just lowered her crib to the second level down because she was finally really pulling herself to sit up.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, well, we have to, drop her crib down to the second level. So we dropped it down. And 4 days later, she pulled herself up in the crib to standing. And I was like, now we got to drop it again. Like, time to go all the way down.
Wow,
Um,
so it's
s-
boom, boom, boom. That's awesome.
yeah, it was crazy, so fast. And then she was just like, I was like, she's gonna start walking so fast. But then she didn't. She just had no interest in it for a
And
while.
that happens. I mean, I feel like that happens a lot. With Maddie with crawling, um, she loved being able to sit up. So when she finally sat up, we would like put all the pillows around her and she would flop and she thought it was the most funniest thing in the world. Except the
Yes.
one time my brother did it and he took a bunch of sequence pictures and you just see like the smile, she falls, sits back up and the lips out and she starts crying.
Oh
But
my god.
so that's my brother's fault. But with the crawling, there was one thing our pediatrician recommended because they were like, you know what, if she's a little bit behind, it's probably weight, but she's also stubborn. A lot of kids are stubborn. This is when they start showing that.
They are gonna
Um,
do it when they wanna do
she
it.
well, she brought up the idea of because I've been having her practice get on her hands and on her knees, just having her go like this, almost like a game. And
Yeah.
Maddie started that rocking technique. And then it was, okay, what is my incentive? So we tried mommy, we tried daddy, we tried Ellie, who ran right upstairs because Maddie was too loud for her.
Yep.
That was our dog. And then we tried pictures and the high contrast books that she liked. I mean, I could give you all kinds of things. The crawling crab that goes all over the place to help
We
with
have
like
two of
following their
those.
eyes. But it wasn't until I took out the Gerber puffs. the little puff foods. It
Oh,
looks like a little
yeah.
star. I put it
Uh-huh.
on the lid and I had it, and then she would get mad at me because I'd start scooting it back just a little bit. And if she moved her hand once, I gave her one. And then it was more of like an incentive of, okay, I'm going to keep going back. And then the one time I
Yeah.
pretended like I was going to eat it, she
Oh, no.
immediately, Brooke, it was like boom, 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 fall over. Like she did 4 full crawls. And it
Wow.
was funny because it was like scoots at the same
Yeah.
time. And so
But she
as
was
I'm
moving,
trying
and
to
that's what
show,
matters.
but getting super close to my camera, sorry. But after that, I got everything on video. Brad was there, everyone was there. It was really cool. And then I
Yeah.
remember sending it right to my mom and my dad said the world just got smaller.
Yep. Yep.
Which at first I was like, "What do you mean it got small?" I'm so used to
Now
hearing
I
it the
understand.
opposite way, and I'm like, "Oh, I get it now."
Yeah.
But it was insane because then after that, it was all the time. She kept wanting to do it. So we continued to practice, and it was, I'm gonna crawl over here, I'm gonna crawl over there, I'm gonna crawl and pull my diaper pail, I'm gonna crawl over here. And that's when you get
Mhm.
the anxiety of, oh, if you grab this, this could fall down. If you get this is gonna hurt
Yeah.
you. If you, and that's when the
Yeah.
fun anxiety starts. But it was enjoyable because it's such a big deal, you know?
It is.
And
It
then when
is
they
such a big
stand,
deal.
then you realize how much more anxiety you can have.
Yeah. It's so great. It's so great. And I was like, "Oh my
Huge though, it's so
gosh."
exciting. And
It
then with
is.
standing though, like I could not believe it. I didn't want to believe it. We were here, so I'm gonna cry when we sell our house. But we were in the kitchen, I'm pointing over there, and she was using herself to pull up, and she held the little knobs on the cabinet that we had baby proofed for anyone
Uh-huh.
that needs to hear it. And then she was like reaching to me, and I was standing at the fridge, which was like 2 feet away, and I would
Yeah.
take another step back when she tried. And then the next thing I know, I turn around, I look over my shoulder as I'm filling up my water, and she's standing, not holding the cabinet,
On to
and
anything.
trying to reach toward me, and I like screamed. It scared her. She
Oh.
fell. I dropped my water. She jumped again and started crying because of how loud it was. I picked her
Yeah.
up, screamed, and called Brad.
Oh my god.
But I
Yeah,
still
I think
remember it, and it was just so exciting because she
it
was
is.
again late. Like they tell you
Yeah.
it's not late. Like we had a great pediatrician, Dr. Banks. Shout out, love you. Um, But, like, you can't help but also in the back of your mind be like, "Oh, they just said that their kid stood up.
Right.
they're 3 months younger," or whatever, not 3 months,
Yeah.
but, like, a month younger. This one's a week older, and they are still, like, they're running, and, like, you can't help
Yeah.
but
You
play that
can't
in your
help it.
head, but you can't focus on it, like, because you
No,
can't compare
yeah.
kids. As a teacher,
No,
I'm
because they're
used to
all
that.
so different.
Like everybody comes with a different set of skills. Everyone learns
Yeah.
when they're ready to learn. But there's not a lot of scaffolds you can do to help a kid walk.
No.
But
Yeah.
when they're ready, and she was ready. It was exciting. Like it's a whole new
Yeah.
world. I keep saying that, but it really is
It
because then you're
is.
like all these new things now that you have to take care of and think about.
Yeah.
So
I got Haley's first stand-up on video by accident because I was like I had her in her crib, excuse me, because I was putting clothes away and she was starting to crawl. She had just started crawling, so I was like, "Okay, well, now I can't really, like, just leave you on the floor." So, I put her in
right.
her crib so that I could actually get some clothes put away for her, and I walked in, and she had pulled herself to her like, got on her knees, and I was like, "Oh my
Oh,
goodness, look how cute." So I was, like, videotaping her doing that,
it's
and
cute.
then as I'm walking towards her, she literally just pulled herself up, and I was like, "Are you kidding
Oh.
me right now?" Like, I think I said something like that on the video, and I was like, "Okay, well, I guess we gotta lower the crib again, huh?" I sent it to Eric, and I was like, "Time to lower the crib again." He's like, "We just
Yep.
fucking did that." I was like, "I know." But, yeah, it's great, and it's also scary, and then it's also like, time is going by so fast, and then
Yeah.
I don't even know I guess, like, between all of that, you starting solids, starting
Mhm.
water, allergy things happening, like
That was so scary.
yeah,
I mean, like,
Haley
it was, but it wasn't, you know what I mean? Like,
it
it's
is, it's
a normal
nerve-wracking, it's
process, but it's
yeah,
nerve-wracking.
it's nerve-wracking, and I remember Haley actually started solids at 4 months because she was showing all of this cues that she was ready to try them, like, I was eating a bag of chips at, like she was probably 3 months old, and I was eating a bag of chips, and she's following the chips as I'm putting them in my mouth and opening her mouth, like, I was like, "Ma'am, you cannot have this. You are 3 months old, so, like, you can't have these chips." And, just doing all the things. And the doctor was like, "If I mean, hey, she's ready. You can try her on just like once a week, give her a little puree." Um, so we started her on the solids at 4 months, and then by 6 months, she was eating a good amount
Wow.
of solids of really just purees. We didn't start her on like solid food until about 8-ish
Hmm.
months,
Yep,
but
that's normal.
yeah, but she was like housing the purees at that point. And allergy things, like, they did told us not to try any peanut butter or, eggs until 6 months. And so when she turned 6 months, the first thing we did was try the peanuts because that's the most crazy one. Totally fine, loves peanuts, loves peanut butter, devours it. And then I guess, like, a week or 2 later, let that go through, and then we tried eggs, and the first time she tried a scrambled egg, it was a really small amount, and she was fine. So then I was like, "Great." And so I made her eggs the next day or 2 days later, whatever it was, and she suddenly broke out in hives.
Mm.
And I also thought, though, we had given her a pickle to try, and she loved the pickle, but, the pickle juice got on her skin, and that's kinda where the rash was, so I was like, "Well,
Hmm.
maybe it's just the acidity from the pickle juice, it's just irritating her skin because I didn't realize it had dripped all the way down there. So just it went away in, like, 20 minutes, and she never complained or cried or seemed
Hmm.
uncomfortable at all, so I just let it I was like, "Okay, whatever." So then my mom gave her eggs the next day or 2 later, whatever, at her house, and she sent me a picture that she had broken out in the hives again, so had to go through testing and allergies, and she is allergic to eggs, which is super fun. Especially when you're trying to do the solid thing and get snacks and
Yeah,
things,
it
everything
limits you.
has fucking eggs in it.
Yeah.
Um, and but luckily we just did our baked egg challenge, and she is free to have things that have eggs in it now, thankfully.
Yeah, and it really
But she
helped
still
that
can't have
Tabitha knew all of that
direct.
too.
Yeah, having
She gave
Tab
you
who went through all of that was
recipes.
yeah, that was huge help. But now we're just struggling with well, not even struggling anymore, really. She can't have anything with raw egg in it, so she still can't have like mayonnaise.
Hmm.
Um, and she can't have direct eggs like scrambled eggs on the stove top. But for everything else, she also can have pancakes, but she can have waffles. Because pancakes apparently, like, on the stovetop are not cooked to a high enough temperature to
Hmm.
really cook the egg all
I
the
didn't think
way.
about it. Yeah.
So, yeah, but waffles, because they're, like, baked on both sides or cooked on both sides at the same time, that temperature heats up higher, and she loves waffles, so whatever. Um, and she's big water girl. I mean, she started water at 6 months and loves it, so can't complain there.
Yeah.
How was yours? How was all that for you guys?
I mean, I went pretty close to the book. Like they give you a little list of what to try, when to try
Mhm.
it, what to do when this happens, because I like a visual and having a list of things in case something's wrong. Um, Maddie loved everything. Honestly, she was a big fan of, we did like the puree Gerber jars for a little bit. I tried to make my own. She didn't like it. I took that as, I was a little offended. But
Haha.
it was fine because I was like, "It's a pain in the butt." When we started
Yeah, it
solids,
is.
she was obsessed with eggs. She still is. Sorry. She's
It's fine.
was obsessed with
Haley loves
strawberries. She
eggs, she just can't
loves
eat them.
fruit. Maddie loves fruit. But the biggest thing that
Oh,
she wanted all
yeah.
the time
Haley
was
loves fruit.
broccoli, little tiny, tiny little things of broccoli. Green beans was a huge hit.
Oh,
Obsessed with
yeah.
green
Haley
beans.
loves green beans.
And what was the small little
Sweet
pieces of like grilled
potatoes?
chicken. Grilled chicken was a big
Okay.
one. Sweet potatoes, yes. And when I mean like pieces, I mean like so small and minuscule you wouldn't even like taste it.
Yeah.
But because we're
Yeah.
supposed to do that, like I followed again, it
Yeah.
was like a chart of what to try and what it should look
Yeah.
like. But when we
Yeah.
started having like, full on plates of food and she gets to pick, it was actually at Tabitha's son's first birthday. We found out that she had an allergy. And it was a fruit bowl or a fruit salad, and in the salad also was kiwi and pineapple. Two things
Mhm.
that she didn't try yet. Everything else in there she
Okay.
tried and loved. Um, all of a sudden, I remember talking to Cindy, and I look over to my left, and her whole side of her face is completely broken out in hives. She was going like this with her tongue, and I'm like, oh my God, her tongue is swollen.
Oh,
And
no.
it scared the crap out of me because,
Of
again,
course it did.
she's already a year old at this point, and I've never seen it yet. And so I
Yeah.
immediately go into a panic because I was like, "Where's my Benadryl? Where's this? Where's this? Where's this?" And I didn't have any. Which lesson learned. Just because
Yeah,
she made
well,
it through a lot, you never know when an allergy comes. But
yeah.
we tried later, and it looks like she's allergic to both kiwi and pineapple. Um,
Mm,
they said it's not something we need to do like a huge test on because it's not something that's found in everything. You know what I mean? Which I was
right.
like not worried
Yeah.
about that because that's an easy thing to
Yeah.
like separate. But pineapple juice is in a little bit more than I realized, but I just have to look for it.
Yeah.
But besides that, I mean, she was fine. It just makes me laugh when I take out a little bit of pineapple, which I shouldn't have a lot anyways, because you're not supposed to when you're pregnant. Um,
Yeah.
she wants to try it, and I feel so bad telling her no, she doesn't understand.
Sorry.
So I always have
Yeah, I know.
watermelon.
Haley, every time I have breakfast here, yeah, every time I, like, eat eggs at home, she's like, "Peas?" I'm like, "No, you can't have this. It's you physically are incapable of eating."
Yep.
So
I always go like,
and
"Oh
then
God,
what
this is
okay.
so bad," and I'll get up and go,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then I eat it quickly behind the counter.
Yep.
Amazing.
Shove it down my throat.
Sorry.
Ugh. Okay, and then what's next? I guess walking is, like, the next big one. Walking and I mean, babbling kinda starts and speaking, I guess, right around that time
Hmm.
too. Um,
Yeah.
but
I think I
Haley
talked a
like,
little bit about
Haley's
mine, so you go ahead, talk about your walking, because I talked about meds.
yeah, I mean, it was Easter, and she just I don't know, we were that weekend, I had been trying to, like, entice her to stand up and, like, walk with me that, I guess, Thursday or Friday, whatever day before we went down, to Eric's parents for the weekend. And I would hold her hand, and she started kinda walking with somebody holding her hand, and then they had gotten her a walker down there, so she was learning the walker and pushing it and loved walking with that,
Yeah,
and
walkers
then
are
3
awesome.
days yeah, and then 3 days later, she, was just walking up and down all by herself. I was like, "Whoa!"
Yep.
Like, just very fast after not wanting to do it for a little while, she would just wanted to crawl, but I called it the stanky leg crawl because she would have, like, the one where it was, like, the foot was on the ground and then the other knee was on the ground, and she would kinda crawl like a little demon. I don't know, it was really weird. But, she loved doing
Hi.
that, and then, yeah, she finally had started and that was, so it was Easter, so it was about a month after she had turned 1. So, you
Hmm.
know, right around the normal, I guess, time frame.
Yeah.
Um, and by then now she's like trying to run and she keeps tripping over her toes and
Yeah, that doesn't stop.
yeah.
Says yeah.
We don't have like any space for her to do that here, so it's fun trying to wrangle her up, but yeah, it is great that she's walking though. I love that she
Hmm.
can walk because yeah, she kind of can just be who she wants to be now. I don't know how
Right.
to explain it, but
I get it.
it's, like, sad because I'm like, "Oh, I just miss my little baby so much," but then I love watching her grow and watching her hit all of these big milestones and learning new words. Like, now she knows all the parts of her face, so she knows eyes, nose,
Aw.
mouth, and ears, and she tries to say, like, she'll grab her ear and go, "E?" And I'm like, "Yes, it's your ears," and she'll poke herself in the eyes and go, "Eyes?" And but poking herself in the eyeballs while she's doing it. Um,
Aw.
she doesn't say nose, she says boop. Because always every time we've touched her nose since she was born, we've always said boop, and so now she'll, like, boop your nose, or she'll grab your finger to boop her own nose, or she'll boop her nose, but if you say, "Where's your nose?" She knows it's a nose, she just
Yeah.
always says boop when she touches it. Um, and
Wonder if you can
mouth
call it nose boop. Nose boop.
yeah, well, that's what I do, I'm like, "Boop your nose," like, I always make sure to say nose when we touch it, but she just like, "Boop," she loves doing that.
That's
She's not
cute.
really doing she knows mouth, but I don't really know what she's saying. She's not really saying mouth, she's kinda going like, "Bow" or something, like, "What is that?" I don't know, but you know it's mouth, so that's all that
It's
matters.
true. That's true. I will
No
say with walking, the walkers is just like with Haley. Maddie was obsessed, was able to do
yeah,
it. That's what really started it. And then we did one hand with holding my hand, and then we did no walker holding mommy's
mhm,
hand, and then mommy accidentally tripped, fell, and she would walk on her own. It was amazing. I'm trying to remember all of it, but the one thing she was just after she realized she could walk, all she wanted to try to do was the steps, which was
oh,
very
yeah,
scary.
oh,
Um,
yeah,
Obsessed with the steps. That's when we really put on all of our new baby door
yeah.
locks because she
Well,
was
you
really
guys have
trying to
I'm
do
like,
them.
see, I'm on one level here, I don't have any stairs, so
Yeah, ours is just
I'm
into
lucky
the
you don't have to
basement,
deal with it.
luckily. But
Yeah,
with speaking, they were a little concerned. Like they talked to us about maybe seeing a specialist, maybe,
I
trying to
remember that.
do different things to help her. And we decided to wait. I was worried, but I'm glad that we waited because as soon as she started going to daycare, as soon as we started doing a little bit more activities with her with that, she started speaking more and it was on her
Yeah,
own terms. It was just
yeah.
she was a little bit stubborn. Hi, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
Uh, and so when she did, though, she didn't stop. It just became
Yeah, I
constant. And
remember
now,
that.
like, we went to the pediatrician and they were going to ask about, and they did ask me about her speech. They were going to ask a bunch of different questions because they were concerned based on previous notes. And then I was like, "Do you want to talk to her?" And then Maddie right away starts going, "Hi, I'm Madison. I like your shoes. This table.
Aw.
What's this table?" And then she ripped it by accident. She goes, "What happened? What happened to the paper?" And she just starts going on and on. And she was like, and
Oh
the
my gosh.
pediatrician asked, "What's your favorite animal, Madison?" And then she described the animal. I mean, like it's from a kid that was barely doing anything but
There
grunting
yeah.
when she was supposed to be talking, like full on
Yeah.
couple words, sentences. Um, it just took time. She's stubborn. She
Yeah.
we knew what she was wanting based on grunting, and you can say use your words, but there's no connection for
They
that
don't know,
yet.
yeah. You just have to keep
But
reinforcing it and just
yep,
trying and, like
socializing, just let her pick up on social cues between you talking to her or you talking with your husband, you talking to other people.
yeah.
But as soon as she did it, and she was like considered months late. So
Yeah.
I just want to make sure anyone that has that problem, if you don't want to jump right on paying for a speech therapist, give it a little
Yeah.
bit of
Just
time.
if you have a gut
Um,
feeling that, like,
because
it's okay.
she was almost 2. And they were like, "She should be talking by 2." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Well, she's not." She started daycare not talking. Like just little
Yeah.
bits of like yes, no, night, like little words that there
Yeah.
was one thing like she said something like point and I was like, "That's a fun one." Um,
Alright.
that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But she knew like what we were saying. Her comprehension was great. And I would say, "Hey,
Yeah.
go grab this
She knew
and then put
exactly
it
what
over
yeah.
here." And she would do it. Like her comprehension was not a problem. And that's
Yeah. I
another
feel like it
reason
would've been
why they
different
weren't
if she
pushing us
hadn't.
harder
Yeah.
is because that comprehension was there. She
Right.
understands what we're trying to say. I think it
Right.
would be more concerning if she didn't.
Yeah,
Um,
100%. I
but
feel like that's
she
very yeah.
thrived and she started doing more at home, and then daycare was a little bit later because still new people, a little
Right.
shy, a little stubborn. But I mean, she has full-on conversations with us now and says things that I don't know how she picked up, like, it was the "What happened?" And then, "Oh, hang on a
Haley's
second.
doing
Give
that.
me a minute. I'll be right back. I'll stay
Ugh,
there. I'll be right back." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I mean, like, she gives you full conversations now, and it's amazing to
that's
think
so
about
great.
how not even a year ago, she wasn't talking at all. At all.
Yeah.
So,
Haley does, like
patience.
she's obviously not doing, like, the full-blown sentences right now. I mean, she thinks she is. She's like, "I I'm like, "Oh, sh okay, sure."
The minion talk.
Whatever you just said. So I'm not concerned about her at all because she's all babbler just like I am. But then she definitely has her words that she does the more and the please.
Mhm.
We're working on the thank you. Sometimes she goes like "Teke." I'm like, I think that's what you said, so I'm gonna take it. Um, and but she loves to walk around like, what's that? I'm like, I don't know if you're saying what's that or she'll even go like, "What's this?" I'm like, "Are you actually
Aw.
saying what's this and what's that?" Because every time she does say it, I tell her whatever it is. I'm like, "Oh, that's mommy's dress," or "That's your binky," or whatever it is. And
Right,
so, what is this? And it's the cutest thing ever. But I'm like, I don't know if you're actually asking me what's like, what is this or not?
right.
Because where did you get that from? But it's absolutely adorable when they do
Yeah,
that. Oh, man. So many milestones. Those are
I
like
know.
that's really the it for it now, I guess. So
Tantrums
many more
count as
things to
milestones, in my
come.
opinion.
Oh,
Uh,
girl, she is, like, on
We'll
another
have to do that
level right
another
now.
that's gonna be another episode because that's gonna be a
Yeah.
whole thing, especially since we just started timeouts and little things like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're working on that too. That's fun. But alright, well, let's do a product. Why don't we dive into, like, diaper bags and what we kind of how we fill them, like I think we both had backpack diaper bags, right?
Yep,
Yeah, I highly recommend those
yep.
for like full diaper bags at the beginning. I mean, you can just fit so much in there. There's so many different brands that make so many different ones. You can find the best one that works for you. Don't ask me what mine is. I don't know. I just know it's great. And like it has a pocket that has little insulated pockets for
Mhm.
not diapers for
Formula.
bottles for
For
bottles.
milk.
And then like a sleeve for the changing pad and just
Mhm,
it's very spacious and I mean I still use it every day to take things back and forth to my mother's house. Um, but it was great to carry absolutely everything that you could
mhm,
possibly need for a small baby. Um, and even now that she's over 1, again, I use it every day to take things back and forth, but now I have one of those small, like, crossbody ones.
mhm.
I don't know the brand that I have, I just got it on Amazon, but it's one of those that you can fit, like, a gallon of milk in. And,
Gotcha.
I mean, I get everything. I keep, like, 5 or 6 diapers in there, a whole full pack of wipes in there. I can fit her snacks in there, my wallet's in there, my keys
That's
go in
pretty
there. I
nice.
mean, it's so spacious for being a small crossbody bag,
Mhm.
and it's the perfect transition bag when you don't need to carry bottles and warmers and blankets and extra
Right.
clothes and just toys galore. You only need the diapers, wipes, diaper bags, your wallet.
Mhm,
It's so great for that now too. So I highly recommend getting one of those.
mhm. Yeah, I still use mine too. We actually love it for when we go on vacations, but I
Yeah.
take it everywhere, even in restaurants still, because I'm just so used to it. I
Yeah.
made sure to get the one backpack that is really adjustable,
Mhm.
especially since I'm 5'5" and then he's over 6 foot and his massive shoulders.
Yeah.
Um, 'Cause there were a couple, I remember reading the reviews, make sure you read the reviews,
Oh,
where they did adjust, but it was not for a man. It was so I looked for
yeah.
one that, like, people compared it to, like, having a school backpack, but
Mhm.
it had, like, the little binky holder on the side. I had 10 zippers. There's 10 zippers total. I
Good
remember
lord.
because I had a specific thing for each one. I had the insulated stuff on the inside. Um, it was incredible. There's a couple of like hidden zippers in
Mhm.
there as well. So I would use that for like credit cards and little things.
Okay.
But it fits her pull-ups. I always have backup toys in case she's in a mood or a tantrum at a
Yeah.
restaurant. It fits like one of those massive sketch pads.
Yeah.
And plenty of wipes, plenty of everything. I'd rather go and get something bigger than regret it later, so I got the
Yeah.
biggest thing that I could find, and
Yeah.
we use it for road trips and everything else,
Yeah.
and I'm a huge fan of the backpack anyways, 'cause it's just easier when you're carrying so much in the front,
Absolutely.
and I thought if I ever had to wear her, I need to have something to go on the opposite side.
Hands-free. Absolutely.
So no, I'm obsessed with the backpack. I've always
Yeah.
been because we have a Brad Pitt. It's the one thing I always laugh at that he picked on the registry. He was like, I have to have a blue camo. We're
I
getting the blue
remember it was
camo.
blue camo because I
I was like,
think
all right.
I can't remember who got it for you, but yeah, I remember it being like, "Oh, yeah, that Brad picked that one out."
Yeah. But no, and Maddie loves the backpack. Every now and then she'll take everything out, but she'll pack her own stuff together, and it's really
That's
cute. So her
cute.
little dollies go in the big side, their
Yeah.
dresses go on one. I mean, like
Yeah.
she loves it. So I know even when we're
Yeah.
done with it, we'll reuse it for
Still use
Charlotte,
it.
most
Mhm.
likely,
Mhm.
or Maddie can use it anytime
Yeah.
for play or even just for storing
Absolutely.
things at this point.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean
finding whatever space I can put stuff in useful. So I don't realize how much I
yeah.
have till I'm moving. So, oh my
Oh, yeah,
God.
you never do. It
Uh,
all gets like it's like all gets pushed somewhere and then you forget about it until you have to move and you're like, "Oh, yeah, I forgot I
yeah. Oh,
had
this
that."
basket. I'll use it for this basket.
Yeah. No, I definitely I like I said, we still do use ours. I use like the small crossbody for when I'm going to like a store
Mhm.
or going into a restaurant. Just because it's easier to fit on like a chair or booth or whatever. But we use the diaper bag, the big one for if I'm going to someone's house, if
Mhm.
we're going away, if I'm going somewhere where I'm like, okay, I have space to kind of put this down. I take the whole big one. But if I'm
Right.
going like, oh, well, I'm gonna need space in the stroller, or I don't feel like carrying this big bulky thing when I know I don't need everything in it. I usually now I keep the small one inside the big one so that if I have like, oh, I have to make this quick stop, I'll just
Right.
pull that out and then I don't have to take the whole thing and it's just like much easier. But yeah, highly recommend a diaper one. I mean a
Yeah.
backpack one for sure. I've seen people with the big duffel bag ones and ouch. I can't imagine how much that hurts. Like I'm
I
like I
know.
can't
To
how first
each
of all,
their
how are you
own.
balancing it? And
Yeah.
she has a duffel bag as like an overnight bag. So whenever we go away somewhere, I pack all of her clothes and extra toys and things
Mhm.
in there. But that's like literally for everything we need to physically stay somewhere, and everything else goes in the diaper bag. It's just
Mhm.
so much easier.
Yeah, well,
And then we
it's
keep,
nice.
I have like a little care, like pouch that has like a thermometer, and I keep Motrin in there and clippers and
Mhm.
all these things that stays in there all the time. I keep sunscreen in there, ointment, diaper cream, wipes, extra diapers, smelly bags, like just everything. I keep
Yeah.
a travel monitor. I keep that in there all the time, so that if we're ever somewhere that we need to lay her down for a nap, I have a monitor I can keep on her and I don't have to worry about
Mhm.
it. Um, yeah, they're just great.
Yeah.
Everything.
It saved my
But
life many times.
yeah, everyone's gonna have a diaper bag, but if you can find a good backpack one, especially like yours that has all the zippers and pockets and things in it, it's Highly recommended.
And space for a changing pad. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah, mine had that. Mine didn't have all the extra zippers galore. I think I have, like, 3 I think I have, like, 3 or 4 zippers max on mine, but, like,
Gotcha.
it still has plenty of space. So definitely do your research, look into the ones that you want the best, um, and just make sure you can keep a changing pad.
Yeah. If you want a blue camo one, send me a message. I'll let you know where to find it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, alright. Well, this was a fun chat. I love talking about our babies growing and
I know.
watching
Next time we're
watching
gonna
them go
talk
through
about
things.
the tantrums.
Oof, yeah, we'll have to throw that in there on a different day. 'Cause that's
That's a
gonna
fun
be
one.
I'm gonna need energy to talk about that one. Do I have energy ever? No, but we'll figure it out.
I was gonna say, I'm not, nope.
What do you mean?
Articulate what I'm trying to say. No.
Alright,
What?
well, in the meantime, y'all send us any funny stories, oh shit moments to thebestmompod@gmail.com. And you can find us at the Best Mom Pod on Instagram. Follow us there. And in the meantime, we'll talk to you next week. And in the meantime, I hope your patience. Sorry, I'm
You
wrong.
stole my line!
I stole your line. I hope your coffee stays strong. I know I need some strong fucking coffee.
And your patience lasts long. I need
There you
patience with
go.
you. No, I'm kidding.
I know. Oh God, I need to go to bed. Okay, good night.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone.